The world's tiniest frog. The world's tiniest frog. Think about a really tiny animal. What did you think of? A bug? A small fish? Maybe a tiny bird? How about a frog so small 5 of them could sit on a dime? This tiny frog was found in a rainforest. It is less than half an inch long. That's smaller than your thumbnail. Scientists discovered it by mistake. They were listening to sounds in rainforests. They heard strange sounds they thought were insects. They wanted to know what they were. They were coming from the ground. Scientists carefully scooped up leaf litter from the ground. They placed it into a clear plastic bag. They sorted through it. Suddenly, a tiny frog jumped out. It was the smallest they had ever seen. They wondered, why was it so tiny? Why was it living in the leaves on the ground? Scientists thought about what all living things need. They need food. They need water. They need air and space. Could this tiny frog be getting what it needs on the floor of the rainforest? What would they eat? Scientists looked through the leaf litter. They found lots of different bugs. Could these tiny frogs be eating the tiny bugs? They think so. Living things need food to survive. The frogs must have adapted or changed to live in leaf litter. This way, they could eat the small bugs. They can also hide in the leaf litter. It rains a lot in the rainforest. The rain runs down the trees to the ground. Frogs need to be wet. Scientists think this is how the tiny frogs get water. Living things also need space. Other types of frogs live in leaf litter. They are much bigger than our tiny frog. These bigger frogs need more room to make homes. In the picture is a bigger frog that lives in the same habitat as our tiny frog. The tiny frog needs less room. Do you think this helps it survive? All living things have needs to survive. Those needs are food, water, space, and air. Even the tiniest frog in the world needs food to live. It also needs water and air. It needs room, too. How does our tiny frog get the things that it needs to survive? Questions. Number 1. How did the scientists discover the tiny frog? Number 2. What else did scientists find in the leaf litter? Number 3. Name 4 things that all animals need to survive. Number 4. There are other frogs living in the rainforest. How are they like our tiny frog? How are they different?